So I went ahead and updated our drawing after our meeting. I have a few things here I wanted to walk through with you just to make sure that we were moving in the right direction. Obviously, changed the pool shape a little bit to be a. It's not quite exactly that pool that you showed me. I actually like this a little better. I think you might as well. So big tanning ledge here. Of course, shallow in, deep in, swim out bench here. Brought the pool level down so the elevation is lowered like we had discussed. And again, about the same size pool deck that we discussed as well. A few things that you'll notice right away. I went ahead and included this raised wall along the back of the pool and columns on each end as well. I know we talked a lot about water sound and seeing, having that water feature. So I wanted you to have something that when you're on the back porch, if you're not using the space or the pool itself proper, that you would get some sound cast back at you. And then also in the, in and around the pool area, you'd have that visual of the sound, or I'm sorry, of the wall, and then you'd have the sound all around. The program didn't render it very well. It may have been operator error for that matter, but here I did include an allowance in my overall pricing for a walkway that would run back around behind the basement. It's just a general allowance of about 170 square feet. I think that'll give us plenty of space there. Within the scope of work, you'll also see that I included an allowance for up to 20 linear feet, up to 2 feet tall of a boulder wall. And my idea there is that I think we're going to use it. We may not, but I do believe we're going to use it, and we would use it here on either side of where these steps go down. So you imagine up, 10 feet either direction to just make that transition work better. Here, our boulder steps, they're 3 feet wide. So what I've done is I've allowed to have two. So we'd have a total of 6 foot of width. For each one of these, we're coming down, obviously, about 24 inches in total to get to this elevation. The back side of the wall, we would just do a stucco or some kind of knockdown finish, not doing stack stone here. This would save you some money to do it that way. Let's see, I'm going to flip over to your, show you some dimensions of what we have. So as far as the pool goes, pretty sizable pool. So we're in the neighborhood of about 37 feet. As far as width goes, almost 26 feet across the widest point. Be in the neighborhood of about 16 feet there. Again, these tanning ledges, I like to do at about 7 feet or so. This is actually almost 8. So this is a really sizable ledge. You'll be able to get 3 to 4 chairs here, no problem. Our deck area, I think this actually might be a little bit bigger than what I even drew out over at the house last week. Just show you some of these dimensions. So I definitely think you have plenty of room around the pool area to use it. Now, I did not draw in a building over here. I can add that in if you'd like, just to give you something visual. But I think, again, like we had discussed, almost get in the pool and use it for a season and see where that makes sense to put that building. Also going to go ahead and just flip over here to your scope of work. I wanted to walk you through my thoughts here. Again, that 26 by 37 on the pool, we know we're going to go up to 8 feet deep, which I think would work really well there. Our deep end benches, our shallow ledge, the tanning ledge area includes an umbrella holder. We're going to do 3 lights. With the tree cover there, I want to do 2 skimmers. That's going to help keep everything knocked down out of the surface of the pool. Of course, it's a 7-foot spa that we're going to do with 6 jets. So this is where we get more into meat and potatoes of it. So, of course, that flagstone, that nice stone coping that goes around the pool, that raised wall in the back. I'd like to do that raised wall at 12 inches tall. And I'd like to do, of course, stack stone veneer on the pool side and then that knockdown stucco on the back. I want to do those columns on each end at 18 by 18. It really helps. It anchors it nice. It'd be a really cool place to put, even urns or pots, things like that. Two 12-inch waterfalls there, and we're going to do this a little different. So with this, I'm going to add an extra pump. And the idea behind having the extra pump is this pump's going to allow you, while you're sitting in the spa, to run those water features without having to heat that water. So you're not going to be putting hot water through the pool, and you're not going to be wasting that energy that you're using to make that spa heat up. So it requires a second pump to do that, a little extra plumbing to do that as well, but to me, that's the right way to do that. Of course, stacked stone we've included. Our decking. So again, another area I wanted to address. So we're going to do paver pool deck. I've got 900 square feet as it's drawn now. That doesn't include the walkway though. That's an additional 171 square feet that I did include in the price, but I did not include in the 900. So you'll actually have, 1,071 total square feet. The steppers, like we talked about, that's there. Of course, we're going to do a heater, gas heater. We've got our spa jet air blower, our Jandy pumps. It's all LED lighting. There'll be remote control that comes with the system, as well as the application on your phone. Let's see here. I'm just going to burn through some of the high points here. This is all pretty standard stuff that we do. Just talks about the structure of the pool. We're going to take care of the pool for you for a month. We did have a little bit of change in price. It's almost a year. It was April of last year, I believe, when we were talking. So with all that, this does not include landscaping. This does not include a fence. But this is where this would come in at, with that raised wall and everything you saw other than landscaping. I think this is pretty aggressive pricing from what I've been seeing in the market as well. Of course, I don't think I have to go through all this with you guys, but of course, our payment terms are here, things that we're not going to do, and just some special notes to that. Of course, we're not taking out trees and we're not moving septic tank lines, and certainly hope that we won't see rock water or buried trash there. I don't think that'd be an issue. But again, just wanted to walk through that with you. Let me know your thoughts after you guys have had a chance to look over this. If you do decide that you want to move forward, I think we're in a position right now, just on the cusp of spring, that we could actually get out there pretty quick and move pretty fast. So it may be advantageous for you guys. I don't want to mean to come across as a salesy or anything like that. I hate to even say this, but there is some advantage, or it would be advantageous for you guys to move forward if schedule is important at this point. But anyway, give me a call, text me, email me, whatever you guys need to do. Let's work through this and get you guys swimming soon. Thanks.